Hello, my name is Paul, and I'd like to talk to you about how to deal with anxiety and mental health working from home. For context, I'm an expert in effective video communication. I work with some of the biggest brands in the world, like Amazon, like Accenture, like Perigo, like ABF, etc. And I help them understand how to communicate more effectively via video conferencing. Now, of course, because of that, I'm talking to a lot of people about their struggles working from home, and I keep hearing the same problems. So as a result, I'd like to share with you my suggested 5 points of action, 5 top tips for you to help your own mental health working from home all day, every day, as most of us still are, and as we will be right into the future for who knows how long. So tip number 1 is, when you can, step outside. The amount of people I speak to who are just indoors all of the time, at the beginning of the day, between meetings, if you can, when you get a slight break at lunch, step outside, even if it's just for a couple of minutes. I try and walk for 20 or 30 minutes before I start my video calls. If that is impossible for you, just try and get those moments. Step outside. Your brain will thank you for the connection to outside, and it will energize you and stimulate you for all of this screen time all day. And that moves on perfectly to step number 2. We are spending all of our time looking at a screen. Out there in the real world, we chat to a colleague, then go back to the screen. We would step into a meeting room and have a chat, then we would go back to our emails. At the moment, we are chatting to our colleague through the screen, then sending emails, then having the meeting via video conferencing, then looking at a document. We are permanently looking at a screen. It's one of the reasons you're getting so tired. So why don't you try and extend and stimulate yourself with your peripheral vision? Nobody can see what's around your screen. Fill it with things that fill you with joy. Photographs of your kids, brilliant. Photographs of holidays you've been on and want to go to, superb. The bottle of wine you're planning on drinking when you finish work today, go for it. Have fun with it. Stimulate yourself with the peripheral vision that only you can see. It will really help your own mental health. Number 3, play with and change your environment. I change these books regularly. I sometimes change the painting. I would suggest that you are probably sat in pretty much the same space at home that you were sat in when you started working from home more permanently 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months ago. So why don't you change it? I know you've got restrictions, kids, dogs, noise, other people working from home. I get it. I'm in the corner of a small spare bedroom. But I would urge you, spend 5 or 10 minutes a day for the next week or so. Refresh your environment. It will stimulate you. It will make you feel happier working from home. Surround yourself with things that make you happy. Number 4, reduce your screen time. I know that sounds like it might be impossible because we're on this all of the time, but between meetings, I would suggest when you walk away from your laptop or desktop, you probably look at your phone. Don't. As discussed, you are on the screen more than ever. Your brain needs a break. In those moments when you can get breaks, don't look at your phone. Reduce your screen time, calm your brain down, reduce your anxiety, and improve your mental health. And number 5, at the beginning of each day, before you start work, before you sit down and begin this process, just consider the fact that you haven't had to commute to work. Now this of course will depend on where you are in the world. For me, I'm in London, which means that I don't have to get on the tube. I give thanks and rejoice that I do not have to get onto a busy tube every morning here in London. I don't know whether you get to work by a plane, a train, or you drive via an automobile, but whatever it is, that commute has been drastically reduced or eliminated for most people. Give thanks for that at the beginning of the day. There are many negatives to working from home. There are some positives. Remind you of that positive at the start of your day, and it will set you up for a productive, happier day ahead. I hope those tips have been useful. My advice would be use them, practice them, inject them into your working life, and I have no doubt from my experience of talking to other people live in this situation that it will help your anxiety and mental health working from home. Thank you for your time. With a bit of luck, I will speak to you soon.